During Michael Cohen's testimony this week against Donald Trump in the hush money trial, Michael Cohen not only corroborated a statement that former witness David Pecker, right, the publisher of the National Enquirer, basically corroborated a claim that Pecker made, but also not just corroborated it, gave the prosecutors the very thing they need to secure a conviction against Donald Trump. Here's what happened. David Pecker had previously testified in this trial that Donald Trump had said that don't worry about the fact that what we're doing is kind of, sketchy. I have my Attorney General Jeff Sessions in my pocket, were the words that David Pecker used. So this week on the stand, Michael Cohen was asked about that. Like, hey, Trump mentioned Jeff Sessions. Is that true? Michael Cohen said, yes, ma'am. I told him, Pecker, that matter was going to be taken care of, and the person, of course, who was going to be able to do it was Jeff Sessions. That is what Trump told Cohen, he told Pecker. So a little bit of a game of telephone there, but Cohen's testimony corroborates the testimony from Pecker. If it's just one person saying it and nobody else can back it up, that's kind of flimsy in court. You get a second person to come along and tell the same story, suddenly it becomes a real piece of evidence. So that's bad enough for Donald Trump as it is. But as I said, this gave prosecutors that missing piece of the puzzle. So what was the missing piece of the puzzle? Well, it's the thing you have to have in any criminal trial. Intent. Intent to break the law. Because of this testimony, and the testimony of Pecker, saying that Trump promised Jeff Sessions would take care of any kind of criminality with this, is proof that Donald Trump knew this whole thing was illegal. That is your intent. He knew it was illegal. He knew he engaged in the cover-up, but he thought he could get away with it because he had his then Attorney General Jeff Sessions in his pocket, as Pecker said. The prosecution now has intent. And that may not seem like a big deal, I think, for a lot of people, but for those who understand how the criminal justice system works, for those who understand how trials work, that is the smoking gun. It is 100%. It shows that Trump knew it was illegal, and he did it anyway. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what the legal system calls intent. And when you have intent, and when you can prove intent, which I do believe the prosecutors have done at this point, a conviction is almost a certainty at that point. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.